March 18, 1990. Boston, Massachusetts. The city slept under a cold, wet night as two men dressed as police officers stepped out of a small red hatchback and approached the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. Inside, the halls were silent, the air thick with the scent of age and dust. Paintings worth hundreds of millions hung undisturbed on the walls, each one a window into another world. Within hours, those masterpieces would vanish forever. The Gardner Museum was more than a collection. It was a time capsule. Isabella Gardner, a wealthy and eccentric art collector, had built it to mirror a Venetian palace. When she died in 1924, her will demanded that nothing inside be changed. Every frame, every candle, every piece of furniture had to remain exactly as she left it. For decades, the museum existed in a kind of stillness, untouched by time. But beauty attracts both admiration and greed. In the late 1980s, whispers began spreading through Boston's criminal underworld. Rumors of priceless Rembrandts, of Vermeer, and dozens of other treasures sitting unguarded behind fragile walls. It was said the place was protected by only 2 night watchmen and outdated security systems. For someone daring enough, it was an irresistible temptation. At 1:24 a.m., the 2 fake officers rang the side entrance buzzer. "Boston Police," one of them said. "We received a call about a disturbance." Inside, a young guard named Rick Abath hesitated. He wasn't supposed to open the door at night, but seeing the uniforms and badges, he pressed the buzzer. That single decision would echo through history. The men entered calmly, their tone firm but casual. Within minutes, they handcuffed both guards and led them to the basement. Duct tape sealed their eyes and mouths. Rick's heart pounded as he heard one of the men say softly, "This won't take long." Then came footsteps, fading into the distance. For the next 81 minutes, the thieves moved like professionals. They didn't rush, they didn't speak much. They knew exactly where to go. In the Dutch room, they cut Rembrandt's The Storm on the Sea of Galilee from its frame, the artist's only seascape. They removed Vermeer's The Concert, one of the rarest paintings on earth. Degas sketches, a Chinese bronze, and a small self-portrait by Rembrandt followed. They ignored other valuables, leaving behind entire rooms untouched. This wasn't random. It was precision. At 2:45 a.m., the 2 men carried their stolen treasures out into the fog and disappeared into the night. When the morning staff arrived, they found the guards still bound in the basement. The security cameras had been stripped, the alarms disconnected, and every trace of the thieves erased. The only evidence left behind was a strange pattern of motion sensor trips and the empty frames hanging like open wounds on the walls. The investigation that followed became one of the largest in FBI history. For years, agents chased rumors across continents. Some believed the heist was ordered by the Irish mob, seeking leverage in drug trades. Others suspected the Italian mafia or a ring of corrupt Boston cops. In 1997, investigators raided a warehouse in Connecticut and found something chilling, an empty frame from one of the stolen works, but no painting. It was as if the art had been swallowed by the earth. Rick Abath, the night guard who let the thieves in, remained a person of interest. He was never charged, but his actions that night puzzled investigators. Motion sensors showed he had entered the Dutch room hours before the robbery, though he claimed it was just routine. Some thought he was coerced. Others believed he might have known more than he admitted. But as the years passed, no solid evidence ever emerged. The stolen artworks, valued at over $600 million, became ghosts. The Gardner Museum, bound by Isabella's will, left the empty frames on display, silent memorials to what was lost. Visitors came from around the world to see them, standing before the outlines of absence, imagining the colors that once filled the space. Over time, strange leads surfaced. A dying mobster's confession, a cryptic letter sent to the FBI, a rumor that the paintings were hidden in a farmhouse in Maine. But every lead ended the same way, in nothing. Some say the paintings were destroyed out of fear. Others believe they were smuggled overseas and sold to private collectors who would never reveal them. And a few still whisper that they remain in Boston, hidden behind false walls, waiting for the right moment to reappear. The Gardner heist became more than a crime. It became a legend, a symbol of human fascination with beauty, greed, and the allure of the unsolved. The story inspired books, films, and endless speculation. As one retired FBI agent once said, art doesn't just get stolen, it disappears into myth. Decades later, the museum still offers a $10 million reward for information leading to the return of the artworks, the largest bounty of its kind in history. Yet, no one has ever claimed it. Every year, hope fades a little more, but the legend only grows stronger. If you ever visit Boston, step into the Gardner Museum. The air still feels heavy with secrets. In the Dutch room, the empty frames hang exactly as they did on that night in 1990. Stand before them, and you can almost feel the presence of what once was, the colors, the brush strokes, the hands that created them. Somewhere, perhaps in a dusty attic or hidden beneath a floorboard, the world's greatest masterpieces may still be waiting to be found. Because sometimes, the greatest mysteries are not the ones we solve, but the ones that never let us go.